All right, check it out. When 2K26 first dropped, I made a 6'10 version of the Kevin Durant build, but y'all hit me up in the comments, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, and said make a 6'11 because y'all know how I get it in with the builds and how I get it in with the Kevin Durant builds specifically. So drop a like, man, subscribe if you are new, and let's talk about what we are doing today. We got to go power forward to go 6'11. We can't go 6'11 at small forward, but we are going to go 213 pounds on the weight, and we are going to go with a 6'11 wingspan. Now, we do know that Kevin Durant has longer arms. We know that. But for what we need to do to make a proper Kevin Durant build, we have to do it this way. So we're just going to start out. Actually, I'm going to start out with physicals. I always got to start out with physicals because, you know, without the physicals, some badges just will not pop up for you to view. So we're going to go 79 speed, 72 agility, 73 on the strength, and then a 75 on the vert, right? Now we're going to go to the shooting. Shooting, I'm going to go 92 midi for shooting. I'm going to go 89 three-pointer. And then for my free throw, we're going to go high, 93. Why? Because when y'all see at the end of the build, it's only so much that we can do. Now with this, I do shooting specialization, so I'm going to have cap breakers for shooting specialization, but you can also have regular cap breakers as well if you decide to do something different. But if you +1 this midi, you're going to get set shot specialist on Hall of Fame, which means you can max +1 into legend, right? The 89 3 ball, you're going to have silver limitless range. You can max +2 that to Hall of Fame. But if you do a cap breaker on it to 90, then that is when you unlock the deep bomber takeover. Without the 93 ball, you cannot get deep bomber takeover. So if you want deep bomber, you got to go with the 93 ball. So that's why we did it. And again, the free throw is just up because we can't get anything else once we're done building the build the way that, you know, we're going to build it. So now when it comes to my finishing attributes, we're going to go 87 close shot. We're going to go 80 driving layup. Now I know Kevin Durant's layup is a little higher, but we're going to go 80. I also think that his specific layup package, I don't know if you need a higher layup to get his specific package. No, you can get his specific layup package at 80 driving layup. So you're perfect when it comes to that category. Driving dunk, we're going to go 87. That's why we also went 75 on the vertical, because with the 87 driving dunk and the 75 vertical, we get silver posterizer. You also can get the pro contact dunks off of 2 with the 87 75. You cannot get this higher. You cannot go 89 78, which is the pro contacts off of 1. So we just got to go 87 75. Okay, standing dunk, we're gonna go 72. You get rise up on bronze. No contact dunks with the 72, but you do want to be able to dunk the ball fast. Now we're getting into Kevin Durant territory with post control. We're gonna go 87. You get Hall of Fame post fade phenom. Unpluckable goes up to silver. Hook specialist is gold. Post up poet is gold. Whatever you want to do, however you want to play on this 6'11 build, you have the opportunity to mix and match it and play it just like Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, also to put this back down to 89, you're going to use a cap breaker on it. You get 2 cap breakers in the specialization. So you can go 1 cap breaker here for 93 and get that set shot specialist. And then you can go 1 cap breaker on 3-pointer to get the deep bomber takeover. You don't have to wait for shooting specialization if you don't want to, but me personally, that's what I would do with it, because you can only put your specializations either on your whatever you pick between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, or on your physicals. So for me, I would use both of them right here. Okay, now playmaking, I'm going 71 pass act just because he's at power forward, and I feel like even if you were to play Park on this build, a 71 will get the job done. It'll get the job done. Playing Pro-Am, you're not really going to be handling the ball that much in a Pro-Am situation, even though you can. But 71 is still going to do it. We're going to go 75 ball handle, and we're going to go 68 speed with ball. You get the bronze lightning launch with 68 speed with ball, but lightning launch is a tier 2 badge. So you can max +2 this up to gold. And then if you have another, I think it should be another max +2, but even posterizer is a tier 2 badge. So you can, you know what I'm saying, max that up 2 times to Hall of Fame. So now you're not really getting into, with lightning launch and posterizer and shifty shooter all being tier 2 badges, you got options on what you can do in this specific situation. You do have great tier 1 badges, but the fact that these 3 are in tier 2 allows this build to be, you know what I'm saying, pretty decent. Now for defense, we're going to go 70 interior. We're going to go 71 perimeter. So you can get bronze challenger right here at 71 perimeter. We're going to go 60 steal just so we can get the bronze interceptor. And then for block, we're going to go with an 84 block on the KD build. Now the 84 block will also give us, let's see, okay, I don't know why my badges look like this, but I mean, yeah, okay. High flying denier, as you see, is silver. Paint patroller is silver as well. So that is why we went with the 84 block. Yeah, so high flying denier and paint patroller, we get both of those on silver with the 84 block and the interior. Now rebound, I like offensive rebound more than defensive rebound, but the problem with the 6'11 wingspan, we can't get an 80 offensive rebound. So you want silver rebound chaser, so we had to go 80 on the D board, and then we had to go 70 on the O board. And this is how the build finishes out, man. I mean, this is what you're looking at, and so we can check it out, see what we get. I don't necessarily like the shades of, but I like the name, walking bucket. This is the 6'11 Kevin Durant build. Walking bucket fits him perfectly, if you ask me. Once you get shooting specializations and stuff and then use cap breakers, you probably can get a different name. The shades of Dolph Shades, Jason Tatum, and Julius Randle throw me off just a little bit, but maybe it's because it's 6'11, you know what I mean? But even if you go to test the build, we'll do a custom test and put the animations up. These animations, a lot of these can change. Like, I don't use pass style, but your dribble style, though, you can get Giannis dribble style, size up combos. You know, the pros, you can do the pros, which looks pretty fast for a 6'11. Giannis is not that good. Kevin Durant's is a little slower. So for the size ups, you probably would want to stick with pro. Breakdown combos, you do have options. I did see that Julius Randle was a decent, you know, breakdown combo to use, but like I said, you have options. KD's is pretty fast as well. I haven't really looked at like Wemby's or nothing. Wemby's I wouldn't use, it's too slow. Siakam's is hit or miss. Paulo Banchero got a little glide on that first one, but I don't know. And then pro is just, it's just regular pro. So probably you either go Julius Randle in the situation or you go Kevin Durant. Escape moves, I feel like you could put on a decent escape. I don't know for 6'11 yet if Giannis escape would be better than KD's. You know what I mean? You kind of got to get in here and just lab it. Combo moves, you can get Kevin Durant's combo moves though, of course, which is running down court, which is not bad. Pro as well. I think pro may let you spam tween up the court. Crossovers, you got options. Paulo Banchero, I wouldn't do the push cross with KD. Could go pro at the same time. You're behind the backs. KD's behind the back, or wait, who is that? Normal. 6'11s will probably go normal. I see a lot of people with the normal, you know what I'm saying, behind the back. Hezzies and spins. Kevin Durant hezzy for sure. Step backs now. I mean, Giannis's looks okay. The pro looks fine. Embiid, I wouldn't touch. Maybe you go pro at 6'11. Triple threat styles, I always go Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Go-to shots, jump shots, hop jumpers. They put Larry Bird's jump shot on here. This is actually pretty nasty, if you ask me. You know, I don't, the custom, you know, the custom jump shot is Jonathan Isaac base, Baluba, and then whatever you want to go with, you know, after that. I did not put all the proper animations on, but I mean, I just feel like with this build, let's see. Yeah, this size up is not bad. Okay, you can't really like, the size ups that we do on 6'8s with like the Jimmy Butlers and stuff, you're not really doing it that fast. He's doing it, but he's not doing it that fast. So I mean, you still can move with this build though. And don't get me wrong, like I said, once you get like lightning launch, this is a bronze lightning launch. Once you get lightning launch moving and you can move around with the build actually and do something, then you'll probably be in better standing. But this is the 6'11, you know what I'm saying, walking bucket Kevin Durant build. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, man, and I'll see y'all in the next video.